Okay, you guys, so today we are working on place value packet. Please make sure you're on the right page. Our decimal today is decimal 608, but we say it properly because we're in 5th grade. We say this as 608 thousandths. If I went and covered up that decimal, how would you say this? Wouldn't it be 608? But because there's a decimal, the only thing that changes is that last word. I need to let you know that it's a decimal, and I do that by adding in that last word, thousandths, because that's where that 8 is landing. Knowing that this 8 is in the thousandths place, I know where it sits on the place value chart. So let's go ahead and do the word form. 608 thousandths. That is how you do word form of this number. Let's go ahead and talk about expanded form. I start with my first digit. It happens to be a 6, but because it's in the decimal area, I need to put parentheses around it. So you take the digit itself and multiply it by the place it's in. This 6 is sitting in the tenths place, so I'm going to multiply it times 1 over 10. I always put a 1 over the 10, a 1 over the 100, or a 1 over the thousandths. I don't put a 6 up here because if I ended up multiplying these together, then I would get 6/10. But I'm expanding it. So that's why it's 6 times 1 over 10 plus parentheses 0 times 1 over 100 plus parentheses 8 times 1 over 1,000. Again, we're expanding it. We're taking it apart. Let's go ahead and work on which one's bigger, which one's smaller. And then I think that's all I'm going to do for you. I think at this point, by now, you should know how to round, multiply, divide, compare, and name that place value of each digit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one for review, and then I want you to finish the worksheet on your own. How many times bigger is the digit in the hundredths place? This is a digit in the hundredths compared to the digit in the thousandths. I know it might sound weird, but it is bigger. Even though the digit itself is a 0 and on a number line 0 is smaller than an 8, I'm talking about the place it sits on the chart. It is 10 times bigger because it's one place value up. It's one spot above. It's one spot to the left. Each spot you get bigger and bigger and bigger because of where it's sitting on the chart. Now I think opposite. How many times smaller is the number in the tenths compared to the number in the ones? Now there's an imaginary 0 here. It's smaller. I'm not going to say it's 10 times smaller. I'm going to write it as a fraction. It's 1/10 as small as this one because it's one spot to the right. It's one spot smaller. Okay? All right, I want you to go round, multiply, divide, compare, and name those places, okay? Use your place value chart if you need help.